and her alma mater, the Purdue Boilermakers, with a nice win in the first round, trying to do what they do so well, continue to win in the Big Ten tournament. They're so successful, especially their head coach, Sharon Versip, who came in 8-2 in the Big Ten tournament, but Courtney Moses with a better performance than the first game. She hits the three. Here's Maggie Lucas coming right back. It's a one-point game at the break. Second half, the senior, Julia Trugell, a three-pointer. Right after that, Bentley finds Maggie Lucas for another one. Penn State's lead is up to 11. Then Jaja Gray. Oh, the tough off-balance hanging layup. Final score for Coquise Washington and the Lady Lions, a victorious 73-61. Alex Bentley dropped in 19 points. Lucas had 12 by having three three-pointers. Trugell drops 12 as well. Steph, we were talking in the first half that it wasn't necessarily the best we've seen Penn State. They didn't seem to have their offense going. Their defense was coming in and out. Everything seemed to change in that second half. They really owned the final 20 minutes.
They did, and you can see how quickly Penn State can explode offensively. 43 points in the second half, and they did it a number of different ways. We're going to see Julia Trugell, who had all 12 of her points in the second half, attacking the paint from the high post, and then watch in transition. See Julia Trugell right here. She's going to run the baseline. Nobody goes with her. There's no communication, a complete lack of communication defensively for Purdue. She gets it. She's able to knock down the three. And then one of the best things Penn State is able to do, pushing in transition. Freeze it right there. Look at all of the Purdue defenders. Everybody on one side of the floor. Maggie Lucas, one of the best shooters in the nation on the weak side. You've got to be able to find her. Penn State is first in the nation in three-point field goal shooting, and I felt like defensively, Purdue let their lack of offensive execution affect them defensively, and they had a lot of breakdowns in the second half.
We just had a chance to talk with Alex Bentley, their star sophomore. She ends up with 19 points in this game. What did you see from her performance?
Well, I think Alex Bentley is really the engine that makes this team go. I mean, we know she can score, and she can score in bunches quickly, but it's the way that she facilitates offensively. I felt like her shot selection and her floor management in the second half was a lot better. She had 4 assists as well as four steals, and she talked to us about how competitive it is daily. And the first thing that Coquise Washington said when Alex Bentley stepped on the floor as a freshman is that she is more competitive than anybody else we've had in this program since I've been here, and that competitiveness is infectious throughout the team.
First team All Big Ten according to the coaches, and she gets the victory. Meanwhile, for Purdue, foul trouble. I mean, this is something we heard Tom and Vera talk during the game. They kind of seem a little tired. Maybe they don't have the energy. You can't afford to lose 2 players from fouls like they did.
And especially in the second half. I mean, this is a Purdue team that had to expend a lot of energy in their victory over Indiana yesterday. And in the second half, especially later in the second half, you could tell it. Offensively, they weren't in sync. They were out of rhythm. Everything seemed like a struggle. And defensively as well. It's where you're not that half a step ahead in your rotation. You're a half a step late. It causes you to foul. And it really, I think that Penn State did a good job of breaking down the defense with their penetration a lot better in the second half, too.
So the Lady Lions move on to the semifinals. Their 11th time all-time in the Big Ten tournament. That's the second best in the conference. Only Purdue has more with 12.